What are you doing? What am I going to do with you? What am I going to do with you? Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry Turquoise and accompanying me today is Shadow. We'll see how long he stays here before he scrambles out. Say hi! Or are you too busy trying to get my hand? Don't like it when you have your head in there though. Yeah, clip those claws of yours in the back. So today is a book review on Howl's Moving Castle by Diana Wynne Jones. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. So Howl's Moving Castle is a mid-teen novel. And it is, I'm just going to quickly read the back to you guys. How about making a bargain with me, said the demon. I'll break your spell if you agree to break this contract I'm under. In the land of Engary, where 7 boots and cloaks of invisibility really exist, Sophie Hatter attracts the unwelcome attention of the Witch of the Waste, who puts a curse on her, determined to make the best of things. Sophie travels to the one place where she might get help, the moving castle which hovers on the nearby hills. But the castle belongs to the dreaded wizard Howl, whose appetite, they say, is satisfied only by the hearts of young girls. I'm going to do my best not to give out any spoilers. So basically the back does describe the book very well. I'm going to talk about the plot structure, the characters, and overall what I think of the book. So the plot is very interesting. It is a nice simple plot. It is, well basically it's simple. It's enough for someone that's probably like 8 years old and up can read it and perfectly understand it and enjoyed the read quite well. I did find some funny parts in it. The things I did not like very well with the plot structure was that there was a couple of plot holes I did notice, and the pacing was up down up down up down, which is understandable, but it just seemed so sudden that the pacing just went from mellow to extreme and back to mellow again and back to extreme kind of thing. As for the storytelling was done really well. I like the storytelling very much, despite the plot hole or two, but those plot holes might get resolved in book 2 or 3. And basically, overall, Sophie does get cursed by the Witch of the Waste, and now she is trying to break a contract with a fire demon and Howl to reverse a curse on herself. And along the way, she gains some friends and develops as a character in an interesting way, which I'm going to talk about in a second. During this time, she does gain friends. She does get to experience life in a less boring kind of way. And I think that's all I'm going to talk about the plot and the story. The characters I thought were well written. Sophie was the one that I was a little hesitant on at first because she seemed like a wallflower kind of character. Very boring, not very interesting, very motherly-like. Not saying that all mothers are boring. It's just that the way she started off seemed kind of boring. The beginning of the book had a fantastic hooker with Sophie's point of view, and Martha. I actually like Martha and Letty probably the best, even though they're side characters. But they help bring the story forward, and they help show Sophie that she did not need to be stuck in one location or stuck doing one thing to find her fortune, or to open her eyes that, hey, it's not all about your fortune, you're not a failure, you're not really a failure unless you think that, kind of thing. So that's what I liked about Martha and Letty the most. Mitchell is probably another character that I like the best, even though he is an apprentice, but he actually shows promise in character growth, and I hope to see him in book 2 to see where Martha and Mitchell's friendship, or friendship I guess it is in this one, goes from there. Actually, I think it's more than a friendship, but I'm going to call it a friendship for now. And Miss Fairfax and Fanny. Miss Fairfax I liked over Fanny because Miss Fairfax seems like a kind woman and a nice person, and I seem to relate to her and Sophie the most with personality-wise. As for Fanny, I didn't really like her all that much, just like the Witch of the Waste. Fanny I did not like because I felt like she was using Sophie for all the wrong reasons, and instead of helping her grow and overcome her shyness, Sophie was discriminated, I guess is the word I'm looking for, or used. Yeah, definitely used. She was definitely used in the beginning of the book for negative reasons. Despite being an apprentice, she was being exploited and used for the wrong purpose, and instead of trying to balance things out, it just made it worse, or at least that was my feelings in that with Fanny. So I was not a real big fan of her, and actually was hoping I would not, actually kind of hoping that she would just plain disappear in the book entirely and not come back. I give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It is definitely an interesting read. I do actually would qualify this as an easy read. Like I said, there is some funny parts. Some of the chapters are on the long end. The print's nice, a nice size, and the cover is actually not that bad. At first I wasn't too sure of it because purple and green screams paranormal. Does not really scream, it does not indicate fantasy, which is what this book indicates. It also indicates paranormal, but this book also has heavy fantasy stuff as well, like magic. I guess it's more paranormal because of the witchcraft stuff, but also just the way the lands are, it is represented in a fantasy kind of way. So I'm not a real big fan of this version of the book cover because it does, like I said, scream paranormal, because black, green, and purple are all paranormal colors, especially these shades here. Black is very neutral in all genres, which is very helpful. And white is in the romance section, I think, but I also think it's also in the fairy tale section, which also kind of helps. This is I just wouldn't have used these two color combos. I probably would have used like would have definitely done white, maybe white and purple, indicate paranormal, fantasy kind of combo. I don't know. I don't mind the cover, it's just I'm not a fan of it at the exact same time. I like the colors, and I like the title, and I like the pictures. It's just, it's not, to me, the cover is not right for this book, for this version of the book. Now, I understand that it has gone through a couple of changes already. One was a woman roughly here, and a moving castle here, and another cover before that one, I believe. So this is the newest one, or the newest cover as far as I know of. And before I conclude whether I'm gonna keep this book or donate it or read the second book to this, I noticed that in this book that it says it's a series that is false unless there is a fourth book to the Howl series. There's only 3 books. It's actually a trilogy. There is a difference between trilogies and series, and it's only by 1 book. But I understand in the past that in the past it might have qualified for a series. However, in the new day and age with the new meanings, 21st century or kind of thing, or whatever you want to call this, the Howl series qualifies as a trilogy unless, like I said, there's a 4th book coming out for the Howl series specifically. Trilogy, I will go into depth on that later on. I will be keeping this book because I actually quite enjoyed it and will be willing to read it for a 3rd time just for some kicks and giggles and a good read. And a quick read because I read this in 2 days, technically. Yeah, 2 days. Technically 2 sit-ins. I started it a couple of days ago at night, and then I read for it yesterday and then today. So technically 2 sit-ins, so fairly fast, which is the fastest that I have ever read a book. So I will be ordering the 2nd book to this trilogy and see how the 2nd book is. I'm really curious of the characters developing some more in the 2nd book and see how far along all the characters are and how much they matured and how much they grown. So without further ado, I'm going to rate this a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I recommend this book if you wish to read something fun, funny, and something for young kids like mid-teens, but you want to have a nice easy read. I highly recommend this book. I am taking recommendations for 2021 for books to read. Let me know down in the comments, or let me know on one of my accounts of what books you recommend. I read any type of genres. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel by clicking the bell icon to get notified of all my posts, and click the like button and leave a comment down below. Follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. All the links are down below as well. I upload videos normally once a week, and I do a live stream once a week, and I do upload bonus videos. And during the month of Camp NaNoWriMo, I post videos once a day, 5 to 6 days a week, sometimes more than once in a day, depending on the day. And the month before Camp NaNoWriMo, I post videos twice a week, plus 2 live streams. And also during the Camp NaNoWriMo, I will be doing 1 live stream as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And remember, stay true to yourself and stay unique. Bye.